to let go. According to Reddit, number 11. I just accept it. Depending on the situation I'm in, whether I'm willing to let them in again when they are open for it. People who isolate themselves because of depression or got other issues because of life, I'm open to let them in again when they're ready. But people who tell you they got cooler people to hang out with, treat you like air, and freeze you out, I flat out ignore those people. I guess if you are around the age of 16, it can hurt that more, or some people, friendships feel like the world. Just accept it. Even if you can be hurting or frustrated, there are other people out there, or if you are one of those lucky people who have a good family to watch over you with care and love. Man, what a nightmare. Reading that was like some sort of final boss in a text adventure game. Try to decipher what the hell this guy's talking about. Am I right? Alright. I really like the beginning of this entry, just to give you a little bit of Kyle here, unfortunately. In the interest of clarity, by the way, the question being asked here is, how do you let people go who obviously don't want to be in your lives anymore? So for the first 4 words to be, I just accept it, it's kind of like somebody going, Doc, I've been struggling with insomnia. And the doc goes, have you tried going to sleep? Oh, fuck me, Doc, I'm cured. Oh, what did I think of this, Doc? Oh, jeez. Fucking idiot. Now, the truth of the matter is, getting past it is not so simple a hurdle for some people, man. That obstacle's not one you can go over, around, or even dig under. Because digging would make a lot of sense. Some people, they put themselves in a hole, whether deliberately or inadvertently. And if they're already in a hole, man, you can just dig up, stupid. There's a Simpsons reference for you with a bad Wiggum impression. But no, some of these people are in a unfortunate position. And then the comedy of them going, oh, well, I'm just leaving you to hang out with cooler people. Sometimes they're never going to say that to you. It's something you need to come to the realization of, that you are in fact kind of just somebody they remember when they're bored and everybody else is occupied, so to speak. So what you want to do, man, is distract yourself. I know it sounds crazy, but it's another one of those fake it till you make it situations. Obviously, this is not a one solution fits all type bit of advice, but Jesus Christ, man, you got to take your mind off of this crap. The more you think about it, the easier it'll be to wallow in it. And again, this will not work for everybody. Some people need to literally have it be the main thing until they can get past it. But sometimes distracting yourself from certain things makes it clear to your brain and to you that, hey, you could be okay without it. So when you go back to it, you can, have remembering what it was like not having this thing get up your ass. And then just go, well, I'd just rather go back to that. So hello, everybody, and here's hoping you're having an interesting week in your new year that hopefully gets better as we transition out of the old ways, out of the dark times, the sad times, the loneliness, the struggle, the koof. You know what I mean? Maybe a new version will come and envelop us. Spit Dragon says hello to Auntie, my man. Special shout out, Auntie Daniel. Dream Cloud, Pandaren, Ariana, Stuff, Koopaling, Linda, Lukenstein, Anteri Playing Chill, PB&J, Mama. So here's just a quick early stream. Get it out of my system. Feel like I'm caught up. Didn't want to leave some people behind. This is a weird topic, but here's hoping that some of the answers are entertaining, and that also some people who feel like they do need to let go can pick up something to help them in their journey. Oh, damn. In their journey, damn. Okay. Well, alright. As we continue up this list to level 10. Level 10 now, God. Damn it, Kyle. Just peace out, man. Walk away mentally and emotionally before you walk away physically. And then don't turn around. Ace of Base doesn't turn around. Be like Ace of Base. They'll probably run back for you, but don't let them turn your head. Keep going. Keep that door closed. It's more humane. Bruh. Ace of Base making the music that people get tortured to. Y'all know that, right? In case you're too young to know what Ace of Base is, I'm gonna just throw that at the internet, just the phrase Ace of Base, and the first song that comes up is The Sign, okay? People have heard this song, and they always forget. You know what I mean? Bro, that looks like the album. If I just type in The Sign, can I get the song The Sign, please? There it is, okay? I'm gonna play just a few clips of this. Okay, so y'all can see the sign. You can open up your eyes and see the sign. You understand? Boom. Here it is. Oh my God. Bro, get into it, you fuck. Oh my God. Just imagine somebody's skin getting peeled off to this. We'll come back to it. Hold on. Wait a minute. Bro, get to the singing. Bro, alright, there it is. There it is. It's right around there. When she comes in, boy. Yep, you're gonna wish you were dead. You know what I mean? It's not a bad song. Nice and funky. According to who you're, talking to. But... ooh, man, that's some torture music right there. Ace of Base. Thank you. So, number 9, all right? What? Oh my God. Number 9. Respect their choice and move on. Don't take it personally and get lost in it. It may be painful at the start, but you want to be with the people that honestly want to be with you. The truth of the matter is, guys, you need to be with somebody. This isn't a want or a desire thing. You need.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Well, damn, Jennifer Schatz. What the hell? Thank you for the subscription. In your pants. You see what I did there? That's not funny, because what if that's like their last name and it's not just some kind of made up name that they made for the internet? Because when Jessica comes into the room, unfortunately, no. I'm sorry, I prepared the soundboard for something that I was going to do just now, but you know what? I'm bigger than that, so I'm not going to do that. But I do reserve the right to do it later. Anyway, the truth of the matter is, when it comes to your well-being, you're going to need to situate yourself with somebody that's as interested in you as you are in them, because the person who cares the least has the most power in the relationship, in that they can pretty much just hang your ass out to dry, boy. They can crack that whip all over your ass. And if they don't care about you or your well-being, and their motives are self-serving, or they're, just wanting to further their own gains, you are just a tool with which they can achieve greatness, or, better than they had before. Some people don't realize it, but like, they're just unfortunately getting used for whatever money they have, maybe a place, maybe the drugs, you know what I'm talking about? Maybe security. There may be just somebody that they can be with so that they won't have to be alone. But unless that person gives shits about you, especially if you give shits about them, oh no. Oh no. It's a time limit. You're working on a time limit. It's only a matter of time. Number 8. My best advice is knowing yourself. Oh, okay, sorry. I'm sorry. They wrote this like a fucking madman. You know what I mean? Because you should have wrote self-worth. You know what I mean? You said it backwards. You should have wrote self-worth, but instead you wrote knowing your self-worth. Bro. So, you know, I read these things and seem like I've got a problem, and I do, right? But damn, my best advice... My best advice is knowing your self-worth. Focusing on yourself. Yup. How many times can you write yourself in all of this? Yeah, dude. Let's see if there's another one. Oh, you better calm down. I went through a rough... Cabbage Patch. I went through a rough patch this last year with someone that didn't want me in their life. Because of a breakup? You simp. Listen. I gotta get through this. Instead of just, this person says, I went through a rough patch with someone who didn't want me in their life anymore because of a breakup. If they broke up with you, bro, they're right to not want you in their life anymore. They're probably trying to move on. It would be one thing if it's a friend and they broke up with somebody, but now they don't want you in their life. But either way, dude, it's their choice. Whatever. This is weird. This is getting weird already. I'm very sorry. I hope they didn't break up with the person writing this. I'm loving this because of the breakup. The best thing that I did for myself was delete my social media and take time for myself, doing things I enjoyed, rather than sit around waiting for a change. I started to paint, do yoga, and go back to... Oh, it's like a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I don't do shit in the daytime. Okay. The best thing that I did was delete my social media and take time for myself, doing things that I enjoyed rather than sit around waiting for a change. I started to paint, do yoga, and go back to church, which I really enjoyed. I also changed my diet completely and started working out. I improved myself because I didn't want him to think that I was devastated and depended on him. I was devastated, but I didn't want to give him that satisfaction. Sorry. Benny Benassi, satisfaction. And then just touch me. Bitch, till I can get my satisfaction. Ow. Doing the things that you enjoy will allow you to focus on that and start to forget. Well, it's kind of like what Kyle said about a distraction for some people. You cocksucker. Can't you read into the future and know that I would say something before I read your entry? Duh. That helped me with letting go of my wish to be with him. I hope you're doing well. Focus on yourself. Don't let anyone question. Don't let anyone question your self-worth. Your self-worth. Your self-worth. If they were aware, this would be a really funny joke. Ooh, somebody commented and got downvoted. Let's see. You say you did what you liked, but contradictorily, you were only doing those things so that the second person couldn't feel satisfied. I don't get this. And then somebody else responds, spite is a great motivator. Yeah, what do you mean you don't get this? Someone doesn't understand women, okay?
I'll show him, that son of a bitch. I'm gonna date a whole new person.
What about their feelings?
I don't fucking care. Hey, look at this guy that I'm with. Huh? Yeah, you like that? You like this? You don't like it? Okay, so it's a girl. So did she break up with this person, or did this person just know?
You don't want to die. Yeah, we broke up, but suddenly I can't come around. I'll still slurp it. Oh, you can't look at the boobs. Oh.
They didn't explain anything.
There's a woman. That's a problem. So what do you expect? Explanation? You expect sense? You expect the logic? Not today. Koopaling says maybe it's one of those situations where they don't want you in their life because you were still friends with the ex. I think it is the ex. I think she was the ex, straight up. Yeah. And she sounds like a piece of work, bro.
That's why Koopaling went, oh, never mind.
Play and Chill says you only move on if you start dating Smit to better. Bruh, that's not how it works. Shut the fuck up. What do you mean you gotta date somebody better to move on? You can move on without ending up in a relationship with another person, because the bottom line is, dude, if you're measuring based on your old relationship, like right off the bat, you're a child. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta do some growing up. Y'all really gotta do some growing up, man. Separate. Let that be the end of it. Work on yourself. You should not be defining yourself by whether or not you are with another person. You know what I mean? There are going to be people who live and die having never found a mate or a partner, and they will probably and effortlessly achieve more in their solitary life than the amount of generations that some of these peoples will make when they get together and have their kid, and that kid gets together with somebody else and has a kid. That whole fucking line will achieve less than like half of what some people in their lives alone will do right now. You know what I mean? That's profound because it's sad. It's sad that the ripples of one person are gonna most likely end up touching a hell of a lot more people than some people do in not just their lives, but the lives of everyone in their bloodline. That's fucking terrifying. But the bottom line is, people need to grow up, man. You gotta stop chasing people. Yes, we're human. Yes, our biological motivators are pointing us in the direction of coming and riding and getting bent over and all of this shit, man. Oh, gotta have a baby. But it's like, maybe some of y'all ain't ready to have a baby. Maybe some of the people jumping out of relationships aren't ready to get into a relationship with another person, because they are going to take people who, you know, probably have their own problems and fuck them over even harder because they weren't ready for this. They really weren't.
Mistakes can be made if immediately after a relationship you start to be...
Y'all looking for a rebound, you know what I mean?
I have found another one, and they are technically in a certain way better than my old one, so I win.
Why are you talking about your ex so much?
Shut up! Post for this picture, I'm putting it on Instagram. Hey, look, hey, look at how much better I'm doing than you.
You want to come over?
Well, just for a little bit, I mean. It's just like old times.
And where's the new partner in all of this? Number 6, right? Just let him go. Amazing. Just go to sleep, bro. I'm hungry. Just eat, bro. Anyway, whatever is going on in the head or their head is not your responsibility. Yes, it's painful. You may never know their reason. Happened to me with some best friends. They just ghosted me at the time when I was going through some personal crises. They were people who always called me when they needed me, but I guess I stopped being useful/needed, so they weren't real friends at all. So there are people who are, you know, in a situation like this right now, and they fight, and they go overboard, and they try to buy things, and they try to get the attention of these friends. But the bottom line is, these friends weren't worth your attention to begin with. You know, one of my favorite stories is how I always talk about people in my life who were willing to let a lie, distance themselves from me. And I get into this argument with my mom all the time, Dia. I am not willing to waste my time trying to convince you of what is true. You don't want to believe it? Bruh, I'm totally down with that shit. Do you get what I'm saying? We were watching, Dia and I were watching this Netflix thing about like murderers in prison who they killed somebody and now they're giving like a story of what they're like, what it's like for them now. And one of the girls, in her confession like area when she was being interrogated, kind of, she's sitting across the desk from a guy and they're like, "Why'd you do it?" And she says, "I just wanted to feel what it was like to kill somebody with my bare hands," you know? Now, in the midst of the documentary, you would have her believe that she regretted it. She didn't want to do this. She did it because the boyfriend told her to kill him. All this bullshit. Like the dude was suicidal and he wanted her to be the one to take his life. And she was like, I'll gladly do that. Yet, contradictory to her statement, she in front of the officer is like, oh, I just wanted to feel what it was like to kill somebody with my bare hands. When asked why she said that, she said, I've been in relationships where I'm constantly being called a liar. And I learned that the fastest way to end some of these disputes was just to tell them what they wanted to hear. Motherfuckers, unfortunately, that spoke to me more than you could ever understand. Because if y'all have ever been in a relationship with a parent that is just so belligerent and just like their way or the highway and beyond reason, you know exactly what it's like, either being quiet or just telling them what they want to hear to shut their dumb ass up. If you've been in a relationship like this with a dude or a woman who refuses to speak to reason, who refuses to hear logic, who wouldn't even listen to a recording of themselves because they're so willing to die on a hill, to go down with a ship, that they're incredibly of the mindset of just refusing anything that isn't what they're currently saying, you know what it's like to just go along with it, my dude. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you about this shit that I'm highlighting right now, bro. It's really not worth it. It's really not worth it. You have yourself a choice. Some of these people were so easily swayed into a certain, mindset. You were willing to do shit for them, but that was not a two-way street. Now you're presented with the ability to just fuck off, The sadness is, no, there is no guarantee that you're going to find some people who are willing to be the type of friend that you would be for them. And some people do what we call settling, where they go, hey, I may not even get any other friends, so I guess this is as good as it gets. That shit goes in the relationships too. I feel like I can't even get another boyfriend. I feel like I can't even get another girlfriend. So I might as well just put up with this bullshit. It's reasons like that doors, when people break up, that are supposed to close, bro, they stay open. Because they're scared of that loneliness, bro. Boy, y'all gotta be better than that. Y'all gotta be way better than this. And it's because people are so scared of being alone and they're terrified of like solitude. It's weird. Why can't y'all just get over it? I'm kidding. Number 5, kind of dealing with this myself right now. I find myself still wanting to message them, offer support, generally just be there for them. I keep having to stop myself. I'm sure one day you'll get drunk and everything will just open up. You know what I mean?
Which is why the first thing I do is delete people's numbers. Why leave it there if that number is no longer a necessity to have?
Some people, wow, baby. Number 4. As a 66-year-old man, I can assure you, life is too short to spend an ounce of energy on people like this. Yep, you'll never get this time back. Direct it to something that brings you pleasure. Get out of the house, go for a walk, take a remote class, call an old friend, foster a cat, bake some brownies to leave with a neighbor. Give it some time, but if you still can't let it go, see a therapist to talk it out. You'll find your way. It's funny, man. There's a Simpsons clip for everything. And the quote, "We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas," is what's up in my brain right now, because some people, boy, they just sit in a room and they think about their ex and they get mad. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't get over this, bitch. What do you mean? You know what I mean? Why don't you try to do something? So many video games freely available to y'all right now. So many weirdos whose life you can get involved in. Kyle, you know what I mean? Jump on the internet and watch them stream for hours a day. What a psychopath. What are you doing this for? Who are you doing this for? You can lose yourself in them. You can lose yourself in a hobby, that doesn't really cost you anything these days. That's what I love, bro. Fortnite bringing all these weirdo creative tools to people for them to sit down and build their own piece of shit. Bruh. Not saying that that works for everybody, but some people are probably in a position where they can throw a couple of dollars at a weird hobby in the way of like knitting or sewing. Maybe you can bake. You know what I mean? Start watching some YouTube videos about any topic, bro. A lot of us get lost in anime. Anime's our friend. Anime's our boyfriend and girlfriend. Shit. But y'all gotta try something. You know? I wish that I could lose myself in working out as a hobby. I wonder if I lived somewhere colder if I'd manage it. But as a test for right now, you know, when it's cold here, I just want to bundle the fuck up and sit down. I have to wonder if, like, you know,
it'd be the same up north.
It'd be the same somewhere where like it was always cold and I could run around outside and all kind of bullshit like this. It's just nuts. But damn. I think an animal's a good solution, but some people shift in and out of the mood for things, and an animal's a commitment. And that's what some people don't understand. I feel like a lot of the types of people who have problems getting over people are the types of people that would, if they were to get a cat, almost forget about that cat. You know what I mean?
Well, for the most part.
Not everybody.
No.
And yes, cats don't require the most, you know, just feed the motherfucker at the end of the day.
If it were a dog, yeah, definitely a lot more commitment, time, and you need to
Maybe that was pretty smart on this guy's part to say a cat and not a dog. Because some people, bro, you know, the second that they are interested or are interesting to somebody, they're just gonna fuck off on that. Some of the people that make these lists and are really sad because they're just like, oh, my friends aren't good to me. They're the same kind of people where as soon as they got the attention of the person they're looking for, they will forget everybody they're talking to. Straight the fuck up and not remember them until that relationship is over. And then try crawling back. I love that. Ugh. Red Sun says, what's up? Exu says, my girlfriend understands Kyle comes first. That's so kind. With that. Is this Chuck E. Cheese? No, it's a picture of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Do I even dare make this bigger? It's probably just a screenshot from like a movie, right? What am I doing? Why was I so interested in this? It looked like Chuck E. Cheese. Like the old school scary Chuck E. Cheese. No, don't write scary. Old Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, bro. That second one. Ooh, boy, this guy looks scary. I hate that new one so much.
It looks like an actual rat now.
I don't want it to look like an actual rat. It should have just been a scary man in a costume.
Are you kidding me?
No, this is the kind of stuff that creates furries, Dia, is other people going, oh, look how cute and nice he is. I want to make one, but I want it to be a panda. Or some shit like this. Back then, it was just like, oh God, no.
It's better to just have a little robot dancing on the stage.
Oh my God.
Than some creep who you don't know what his intentions are.
Do you want some pizza, kids?
Yeah, no thank you.
And I am Chuck E. Cheese. Hi, everybody. What's going on? You want to come to my fun zone?
Oh my God.
Stop it, we're gonna get you by Chuck E. Cheese.
That fucking noise. I should get a really good take of that and just put it on a soundboard. Just be going. Okay, enough. Sorry. Somebody is not amused by that noise. And if you are that person, I'd like to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know. So, I'm sorry about that. Take it from an old person, guys. You know, they know what's up. They know that you shouldn't be wasting time. You know, treat it like a Pixar movie. You know, do something that you'll be able to look back at it and smile. Look at all the awards on this one. That's how you know it's good. A seal of quality. The best thing that someone ever told me is don't treat someone like a priority when they treat you like an option. People will come into your life for reasons, seasons, and lifetimes. When you figure out which it is, you will know exactly what to do. Damn, Chase Williams. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Chase. I want to give it up even before the notification. Friendly reminder that Super Chat takes 30% of all your donations. I love you. You guys are amazing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you for fulfilling the prophecy this day and lifting.
Didn't go to Chuck E. Cheese, but had Discovery Zone.
You know, I went to Discovery Zone a couple of times and it didn't really leave a mark. But to be honest, it wasn't as up its ass as Chuck E. Cheese. In the same way that some people might want to go to Burger King just because, you know, McDonald's is probably kind of up its ass. Fuck you, McDonald's.
How is Chuck E. Cheese up its ass?
Chuck E. Cheese thinks it's hot shit. Especially back in the day, bro. Stupid rat dancing around, animatronic bastards. Motherfucker had a whole posse, bro. Did Discovery Zone had a mascot? Thank you, Chase Williams, once again. In a way, you have kind of flexed on this list of people who are upset and feel like they don't have, you know, people that they can count on, that they need to learn how to let go because the people that they used to know have let them down. And then you are just letting me know that you're incredible, you're unstoppable, and that if you could and you had a drone that could reach me, that you'd bring as much, enough to actually compromise the actual weight capacity of the drone, bro. You know when you think about like making a rocket and then trying to send it out into space, but then the amount of fuel that it would take would weigh too much for the action, you know what I mean? We always talk about that problem. That's the kind of life that Chase would establish for me. And I'm just appreciative in a way that you can't even imagine. Don't say sorry, man. I know that it's more convenient for some people. I just want you guys to be aware so that you don't watch YouTube take that's yours. But now that you're gifting it in this capacity, this donation will help the channel in ways that even a dolphin can't imagine. I bet you didn't think that when you did what you did, a man would press a button that would play a dolphin noise. Did Discovery Zone have a mascot?
I went to Dave & Buster's once. It was okay.
Oh my God, I'm in love. Y'all could have had another animal as a mascot, but they had something called Z-Bop, Dia. And look at him. This is future proof. I feel like if I press one of those buttons in a certain combination, he'd give me some weed. That's how cool Z-Bop is. So you look at this bitch and you're like, oh my God, please. And then the lights go off. And then you're in a security room and you're looking at all the cameras trying to figure out where he's coming from. You understand? Without this Chuck E. Cheese, I'll be real, I'm not sure Five Nights at Freddy's would exist.
Probably.
Yeah, you see this Chucky? Ain't no fucking video game about to be made about this corny ass motherfucker. Let's be real. But then, no, please stop, no. I feel like if I take my eyes off of it, he's gonna move. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if I had a jump scare triggered for right now? That'd be fucking crazy. Nobody's watching. People are just listening, and I appreciate that about you. You know? Can I tell you something that makes me sad? I'll be honest. You know, I'll tell Chase. None of you listen. Nobody else listen, just Chase. Chase, I recently started watching a show called Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. Took me a couple of episodes to be like, more than, this is dumb. What the fuck is this? Another bullshit Adult Swim show. But before I knew it, I loved the show. And I loved Gary, the titular main character. The whole plot of the show is that he's an employee in hell. And, you know, they're supposed to be torturing people, torturing the lost souls. He's supposed to be bringing souls down from the surface. They go up occasionally. And I just loved it. This guy, Dia, he's truly a jackass. But he's got a range facially for some serious expression. You know, and I love him. He's a fun, lovable. What hand? What was I doing with my hands?
You did like this.
don't know.
Your pinky out.
Look, I didn't mean to do things with my hands while I was talking. I was just letting you know.
Your pinkies are so cute.
What was his name? Is his name Henry Zabrowski?
Nice and easy to remember.
Yeah, nice and easy. This guy, he really did it for me. In a capacity that now that I'm sad because I've completed the show, I'm going to go ahead and check out other things that he has done, he's been involved in. Because he really did it for me, man. As a dude that gets down on Tim and Eric and Eric Andre and figures I'm not really going to see anything sliding up the right alleys and ticking the right boxes to make me laugh, because I feel like it needs to be unexpected, it needs to be weird. But then again, Dia and I were noticing there was a likelihood that there's probably a great amount of improvisation that makes it into the show.
Yep.
And the thing about improvising is you need actual funny motherfuckers as opposed to, you know, the types of shit that you'd see at an improv troupe, you know? Oh, God. Oh. Coming from one of the unfunniest dudes you know, trust me, it's good stuff, okay? So look, man, you're going to want to make sure people treat you like a priority, not an option, okay? I'm not just somebody to remember when everybody else is preoccupied. I should matter to you, because if I don't matter to you, then I need to matter to myself enough to take better treatment from people like you. And then you close that door for good. Oh, yeah. I need to shave.
Number 2. Number 2.
I need to shave. Chase says, I just bought the Tim and Eric movie at the dollar store a week ago. You know, I remember watching that and being outraged because I think it was a piece of crap. I think that movie was a middle finger the same way that the Tom Green movie was a middle finger. Why did they give Tom Green all that money to make Freddy Got Fingered? We'll never know. But to be honest, Freddy Got Fingered was a hell of a lot more funny than the Tim and Eric movie was. I love the Tim and Eric show, but the movie was like, I also loved Bedtime Stories. If you haven't seen Bedtime Stories, check that out. I'm sure you have.
So you're telling me that they're better at writing episodes for a show than they are for a movie?
They're better at pitching and executing sketches. And I want to say it to you like this. When you're dealing with funny ass people, they can take something that's mediocre or not too funny and make it funny. We see that all the time with Caleb on Caleb City. Sometimes I think about, and this is like a real douche nerd thing to say, but when I watch certain things, I think about swapping them out with other characters that may or may not be, not characters, but like performers or actors or entertainers that may be on varying or sliding scales of charismatic, entertaining, and I often think this wouldn't work with another person. It wouldn't work with another person. And, that's kind of how it is sometimes with him and Eric. You know, you see them make that dumbass face and you're like, oh my God, this motherfucker. Yeah, now, you also have to wonder how The Office might have worked were it cast differently. You know?
If it would work.
If it would work. You know?
Probably not, no.
If it could have gone on so long without Steve Carell.
Nope.
Anyway, as we continue up this list, forgive me, number 2. If they don't want to be around you anymore, respect yourself, homie. That's what I would say. Oh, it's fucked up. You can't let them see that they hurting you. You know what I mean? God damn. Go in a room and cry. We're not saying to get over it quick, but you got to get over it. You know what I mean? If they don't want to be around you anymore, respect yourself and create some distance between yourself and them. The world is a big place and life is too short, especially in the middle of a pandemic, to keep the company of those who don't appreciate you or appreciate what you have to offer, you know? Sometimes I remind myself that we just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Oh, it's from that assassin that keeps missing us. Damn it, Blue. I told you should be sniffing this guy's shit out. Blue's like not the right type of dog. I should get a bloodhound. Call him Black. That's how you know he's better. Blue. Pff. Depressed dog.
You take that back. Blue is wonderful.
Blue
She
trying to
does
bang it
her
out with
job.
that other pink dog, bro. That's all he was worried about. Blue was the type of dude that you need
Blue
to
was
forget.
a girl.
Oh,
The purple one, I think, was a dude.
the purple one was a dude?
And blue was a girl.
What kind of bullshit? What kind of SJW shit in my show?
No, blue is a boy color. Read, yeah?
Okay, so we continue up to number 1. Magenta was female. Magenta is a dude. The civil war in the chat begins. Number 1, I don't care. Okay, decided. We don't care. Decided to let go of them and then remind yourself of that decision. Boy, let go of them. Decide to let go of them and then remind yourself of that decision. It isn't easy, but the habit does eventually build. I wonder what they're up to. Oh no, wait. I've let them go. Your brain will start to believe you eventually. Fake it till you make it, Kyle said. Boy, y'all need the right distractions. Please, please, please don't underestimate the capacity of the right distractions. The reason that I started doing this as frequently as possible as I could is because some of you have no idea how far the right distraction goes. Am I saying that I'm specifically the right distraction? No, but maybe I'm just part of a routine that helps you stay on something of a track. You know what I mean? Am I saying that I'm Kyle Christ and I died on a cross for your sins? Maybe, but that's a different thing than what I'm talking about right now.
That is blasphemy stuff.
Oh, that's blasphemy. Y'all need to read that damn book that was dedicated to me, the Kyle. What was the name of it? Jesus Christ. I was dying. I'm sorry. That episode was the dumbest thing. Anyway, you guys gotta make sure that it doesn't have as much time to occupy your thoughts as it wants to, because it's gonna find a way to burrow in there at times you don't want to think about it, bro. But you can overwhelm it, you can overpower it, you can drown it. And this is specifically regarding other people that you need to get out of your life. Some of us do not have the luxury of drowning out particular problems and stressors and all kinds of shit that is around us and everywhere we look. And, we can't really survive without dealing with it, without tackling and taking it by the horns. But with people, bro, the sad truth is that needs to be a two-way street. People both need to, consent to whatever. So if they've made the decision that, hey, you're not on the agenda anymore, bro, what can you do? You got to shrug. You got to find. Look, there's a Discord for you. If this is you, there's a Discord. Cuomo vows New York will legalize adult use for recreational marijuana. They haven't done that? I mean, is this just talk? What is this? Is this talk, Dia? 5 votes. This has got to be talk, right? Somebody said that's what you said the last 2 times. Not getting my hopes up. Somebody said they might legalize before Jersey decides to get their shit signed. Red Sun says Blue's Clues show lied to me. I'm sorry. Am I ruining childhood right now? Chase says, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Are you proud, Daddy? Daddy, are you proud? Proud, Daddy. Jesus Christ. So they're women?
Yes, they're both girls.
They're both girls.
Yes.
How dare the later seasons of Blue's Clues be fucking woke enough to have 2 girls? Blue has been a man in my canon. And I will die on a cross.
They said
Blue's a man.
No.
Blue, man.
They have referred
man
to
dog.
Blue as a girl, I'm pretty sure, in the fucking show. If you, as an old man...
They referred to her as a girl the way you'd refer to a ship as a girl. You know what I mean? But it's a man.
No, because people tend to always say he to a dog until they learn that they're finally that they are a girl. They're not a boy dog. So no, usually it's he for dogs, and she for a ship. But they clarified, and blue is a girl. Magenta is not owned by the same person as blue. Magenta is a neighbor's dog, right? And Magenta sometimes likes to come over and play with blue.
I guess she's right, bro. I guess we have to accept that the dog that I thought was the dopest, coolest dog, you know?
Oh, because she's a girl, she can't be cool and
Oh, well, I'm not saying that it takes anything away from the character or anything,
Clearly.
but, you know, it just, you know, they have to come for everything that we like, bro. There's gotta be a cutoff to where things couldn't be fun anymore. You know what we always love to talk about? This will be the last thing that I talk about today. Okay, before any of you think Kyl's like trying to get all of the weed and stockpile it for the second apocalypse. That has nothing to do with what's going on right now, okay? Obviously, sure, but hear me out, okay? Look, we gonna talk about it. We're really gonna talk about it. You guys are not gonna expect me to talk about this, but you know, Tropic Thunder is a movie where Robert Downey Jr. he put on blackface, okay? And he acted like a black man. Now, I'm a black dude. And I have to tell you, this shit was funny as hell. It was funny as hell.
What?
It was funny as hell.
What was funny?
Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
Oh, hell yeah.
This shit is never gonna happen again. Ever.
And then at the end,
And that's fucked up, man.
when they rip off his stuff, and he's like, blue eyes.
Because here's the tragedy. What you have to unfortunately admit when you're talking about shit like this is that, bro, insensitive, racist stuff can occasionally be funny, right? Because comedy, look, the thing about a lot of racism in comedy is that unfortunately it kind of bolsters a lot of the people who are actually psychotic enough to harbor these beliefs where they definitely don't agree with the darkies and the ethnics and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Nobody should be thinking that way for real. But it doesn't change how out there, how absurd, how ridiculous and filthy some jokes can be, and whether or not those jokes are technically funny. That's the thing. So humor, and we see this and we hear it out of Chappelle all the fucking time, is so diluted now because nobody can be offensive. And the worst part is racist people, kid diddlers, a lot of these asswipes who are psychotic and have these ridiculous and absurd beliefs as their way of life, as their religion, they have ruined normal people being able to joke about that bullshit. They've ruined it for us. And I think that's the truth of it. You know, people like Seth MacFarlane, they took it too far. They took it way too far. I remember I used to watch The Whitest Kids You Know, Dia. Those bastards were racist, bro. You know what I mean? But it wasn't so outrageously, like, I'm sure the shit that they were doing behind the scenes that never made the cut, that shit must have been fucking Seth MacFarlane tier, right?
Yeah,
but Seth
even they
MacFarlane
understood.
has shit that makes the cut that he's proud of. That's just racist. That's just bigoted. That's like so fucked where it's like, Jesus, you're taking this thing and you're burying it, bro. You're burying it. You're burying the ability for us to ever really have fun in the future. And it hurts, you know? If I, as a black man, can look at Robert Downey Jr. in blackface and say to you, that shit's funny, you know what I mean? Watch this movie. It's never not funny.
We should watch it today.
But somebody's sitting there and going, that's offensive, bro. And it's not like we don't get where they're coming from. There are people who are sick in the head that make it suck. How do you let people know who obviously don't want to be around you anymore? How do you let go? Did I say let know?
Otaku Muse
All I know is I'm gonna drop my wait, Otaku Muse is saying something. What?
They said, so who can draw the line? And that's a good question. You as a person, obviously, you aren't making millions by, being a comedian up on a stage, but who do you think would be able to be like, hey, this is funny even though it's racist, and this is just plain old racist?
I believe that the future should establish a way for us to, I want to say, and here's the fucked up way that I'm going to put it. And this is going to sound pretty dumb. So if you want to check out right now, I completely understand. I believe that as we transition into the future, Dia, there should be a way for us to, no doubt, legitimately wirelessly interface into something. Okay? And then in that future, we should be able to effortlessly cast our votes, to give our opinions. You know what I mean? To have an uncompromised, it'd be so impossible to police, but there'd just be bots, claiming to be real people casting their votes. But imagine if Reddit worked the way that it was supposed to work, where they throw something out there, and instead of everything being moderated and policed and downvoted and immediately removed, it was something where if people didn't like it, they'd vote it down. And if people did like it, they'd vote it up. You know what I mean? So in this future, objectively, if they see a joke and the joke is funny, you know what I mean? People would be able to vote it up. And I know some people are thinking, oh, bro, that would just give a platform to people like Trump, to racists, to people who are doing things in mean spirit. And surely it might be compromised even in the way where it's like, oh, these things are terrible, but some people want to see them. Some guy's getting hit by a car, blah, blah, blah. It's like a train wreck that you can't look away from. Has nothing to do with the question, I know. But unfortunately, when you're asking me, how do we draw the line or who draws the line? I don't think it is a one-person thing. I don't think it is a group thing. I think it's an everybody thing. Everybody, unfortunately, needs to fucking get with a program where, hey, this shit's funny. Maybe it's not for you, you know what I mean? But the joke inherently is not glorifying this or advocating that. It's not saying this is okay. It is just a joke. However tasteless, however, weird. Unfortunately, we do have to look at the types of people telling these jokes. You know what I mean? Because if they got a history of that bing bong, then they're probably gonna, habitually be on that bullshit and fiddle-dee-dee.
I was gonna say just like comedians.
Man. Oh,
Like
look at it,
Dave
look at it.
Chappelle. Dave Chappelle would know what would be funny and what isn't funny, and it's just plain racist. I feel like he could be a pretty good gauge. And hell, maybe even help him make jokes.
Well, there's a little rant, forgive me. Irrelevant, has nothing to do with anything, but just gets up my ass as usual. Why can't we just chill, Everything's falling to crap. We can't have shows where things are funny. Again, I recognize that was on the nose as far as his portrayal or whatever. But maybe that's what made it wild. Maybe that's what made it a unicorn, because it'll never happen again. But it feels like we're losing everything. You see me complaining about video games because that used to be my safe fucking haven, bro. And if something as big as an Avengers game can fall, it's coming for everything. It's coming for everything. That's my shock. Every time I jump behind a mic, every time I'm writing a furious script about these fucking ridiculous, these shortcomings, every pothole that they could have driven into, they drove into it. It feels like this is going to be the future. This is a sign of things to come. But so was January. What was it? What was it, Dia? What day did that happen? The 6th? Oh my God. So guys, we should begin our countdown to the 20th. I hope you liked. Oh my God. I hope you liked this random middle of the day list. I apologize. I kind of jumped up and was like, let me do this. I believe in you. You deserve it. And I hope that you guys have an interesting day, free of distractions, and that you can kind of just quickly fast track to the part where you get to unwind, get naked, jump in the shower, and then just kick it on the internet, watching your shows and your video games. Hope somebody can cook for you, and if not, I hope that a meal will make itself available to you. Linda says, Bug Snacks, Kyle. Linda, I'm not even sure if that's like properly available and ready for me to play on the computer, but if it is, I'll figure it out towards the end of the day. The biggest issue that made it so that I stopped playing that, Linda, was that YouTube removed the video of my second playthrough. That was how I planned to show Dia how the game worked. I planned to show Dia my playthrough, but YouTube removed it. It didn't just, unlist it or make it go away. It removed that video. Whatever was in it, YouTube didn't want it on the site. Bug Snacks.
Would you be willing to restart?
Would I be willing to restart? Fuck that game. You know what I mean? Come on.
It's not the game's
I was enjoying the game. It is the game's fault. And let me be clear. Many games do not have a forward or future thinking streamer mode. And what that means is they throw their garbage copywritten songs in there that they're dying to have set the scene for this particular part of their fucking game. All we needed is a toggle switch to say, hey, let's switch this off because I'm going to be streaming this game. People who are playing it on their own, they can experience it as it was intended, but people who are wanting to watch someone else play it, bro, the experience is going to be a little bit different. The streamer's going to be talking, all things are going to be happening, people are going to be donating, people are going to be talking, we're going to be talking to each other. It's a different experience. So let us turn on this switch that turns off the music, because I'm assuming that's the only thing that could have gotten it ripped from my channel, Dia. It wasn't just the video being removed. We were in the middle of a stream when YouTube shut it down and then removed the video, Dia. Didn't remove it in a way where people couldn't publicly view it. Removed it so that even I couldn't see it after it. It's a fucking video game about these Muppet people eating fucking food and then turning into that food. And the food's alive. So if it's the most offensive thing ever, cool. But unfortunately, yes, I'm a bit triggered by it because you didn't get to see that playthrough. You were asleep. You know what I mean? And am I expected to start it over and play it on Twitch? I guess, right? But like, honestly, shouldn't I just wait till I get a PS5? If that ever happens. It's a shame, man. You would have never imagined Sony could fucking mishandle its release this hard. Because yes, you can blame a lot of the scalpers just buying a bunch of them and using robots to, buy up everything from every retailer. But there should have been things in place to stop this. Yeah, I get it. It's a pandemic. But the fact that they weren't physically available in a lot of places made it impossible for people to get. The PS5s were not physically available. And let's face it, I'm the type of guy that doesn't believe in a lot of physical bullshit as it is, I'll digitally download a lot of games, a lot of media, a lot of bullcrap. But when it comes to hardware, maybe I'm willing to go pick that up. But y'all didn't pave that way.
Okay.
Chase says, are you getting a Switch, Dia or Kyle? You might be surprised to know, Kyle does own a Nintendo Switch that I rarely play. I'm sorry, Dia plays her Switch all the time. I got her a Switch and she plays it all the time. But Kyle does own a Nintendo Switch.
My name's Kyle, and I'm in the top 1% of island decoration in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Look at this asshole.
I wanted to finally showcase my island for YouTube.
It's an island tour.
Who may
Look
be
how cute.
interested in just copying different styles.
Look at my
The
island.
most interesting thing about decorating in Animal Crossing is that a lot of us are trying to make this happen without decorations, which is pretty amusing to say the least. So naturally, I want to make clear that what you're seeing is essentially
Work in progress.
a work in progress.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it does reflect something in the way of a vision that I may have, but
I don't have the shit to
obviously
make it
at
happen.
the time of
Yeah.
recording, I just don't have all of the items that I'd love to have to really bring a place to life. The crafting bench
Does not
normally
belong
wouldn't
in
go
here. Yeah.
Boy, there's just going to be a lot of me looking around and going, oh no, not that.
I love this
But
outfit.
that's
I
why
don't
this
wear
video's
shoes with
getting
it.
made
I
now,
really like
because
that.
If I allow myself to keep pushing it off, then the tour will never happen.
Look at that Totoro back there. What happened?
That happened. So we're just starting with the house to show you the different rooms and how they've been populated.
Just because it looks like I'm in my underwear in the game doesn't mean I actually am.
Second
I'm
one you
wearing
saw
like
was
little
the open,
shorties.
living room there when you first walk in.
This bathroom sucks. Like I was so not done decorating anything. This was before I finished the garden as well.
Downstairs may be my favorite room. It is the room that I put the most work into.
What, downstairs?
Down we go.
The vaporwave room? What a nerd.
For those who may be curious, I'll go ahead and
I should be playing my Switch more if people don't assume that I have one anymore. Damn.
LCYAEL.
That's my island, Big Titty.
My island's fruit are apples, and my island's name is Big Titty. Thank you. There's got to be a way to like retake that picture, right? Is that something I can do now? Passport photo. Take a photo. We just
Oh, I'm so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Bah.
Okay.
But-
All right.
Yeah.
Oh
go
god.
downstairs.
Red Sun says I don't play the Switch. Nintendo sucks. Damn, homie. What the fuck? Look at this game. You're telling me it sucks?
Choose to check this out.
Nintendo sucks.
I hope that
It's so cute. Nintendo does suck, okay, but the game is dope.
The games are.
I keep trying to put away the weapon.
Look, actually, y'all shouldn't even got me talking about this stupid game because it's missing so many features from the old Animal Crossing that it really does get up my ass. The fact that we can't set up dates with the other villagers like we used to, Dia, that was a big part of making them feel real, was the fact that you could set up dates and they'd be like, oh, come over to my house at this time in real life, in real time. And if you missed that date, you would literally be mad at yourself. Even if you came back into the game and they were like, oh, you didn't come, and it would just crush you. You know what I mean? They were like, it's okay, I'm sure you got busy. And no, bro. I'm sure you'd be crying just over the fact that you missed this date with them, bro.
I'd be in tears.
Just like kids used to cry when they'd sign on, Dia, after not being on for a while, and their villagers would move away. Animal Crossing doesn't do that anymore, bro. Animal Crossing gets a little more milquetoast every time they release it. Rossetti's too scary. We gotta take him in because it's a kid's game. It's like, bro, we're watching it right now with Marvel's Avengers. Because, yes, this game was lazy. Yes, this game was stupid. It was lame. It was fucking ugly. But they thought they could get away with a Kamala Khan video game, but slap Avengers on the box. Y'all fucked up. Even the furries are tearing this game apart. I saw a video the other day with a furry, Dia, talking about, wait a minute, why did you call this an Avengers game? And the whole game is you playing Kamala Khan. Different stages in her life and everything. We get what you're trying to do, but y'all fucked up. So this is the future of video games, where it's just like, y'all know that the audience should be way big, but you're making it for a very niche blue check mark on Twitter type audience that doesn't even really play this garbage. You remember Dean Takahashi, Dia? And how this nigga was trying to jump in Cuphead, but he couldn't do the dash when he jumped. So he spent like an hour trying to jump. I'll look up the footage right now. I'll look it up right now. Now, Dean Takahashi, Cuphead, boom. We gonna watch this. Okay, let's get to it. All right, here we go. Dean Takahashi trying to jump over this shit. You're supposed to jump on this thing and then dash, as is indicated up there, to go while in midair over the thing. This is Dean Takahashi. Jump, then dash. Jump, then dash. Quick evade on ground or air, implying while you're in the air, you can use this evade or dash ability. Jump, then dash. The square is there for a reason. Jump on the square, then dash. This is the tutorial. Jump on the square. Nigga, this is a games journalist that played this game like this. You think it stays this way? Look how long this dude is there. Now I want to ask you a question. Do you think video games should be made for cocksuckers like this, regardless of what they call themselves in their fucking bio on the internet? I'm a games journalist, bro. You can't clear an obstacle as simple. Oh yeah, that's the direction you gotta go in, right? Watching this kind of shit should make your eyes water because it's just like, you are not this dumb. You can't be a games journalist and have never played a video game in your life. A little kid who has only ever played a Mario game could probably understand the concept of trying another button right where it says to try the button. So, imagine if the games were crafted in favor of this cocksucker. Fuck the spirit of the game. Imagine if it's a long-running franchise. Fuck the heart of what this game was. Fuck what it's been up until now. This game journalist couldn't do it. He needed it easier. Something was scary to him. So we're gonna make the whole game based on this motherfucker? Based on these little motherfuckers? This weird little group? That's where video games are going right now, bro. And it sucks. It sucks so much because this used to be my escape. For years it used to be my escape. And I preferred us when we were on the fringe, when we were on the outskirts, when we were the nerds and the geeks and this was some weird little thing. Now that it's slithered its way into the mainstream, everyone's ruining it. Yes, I'm one of these motherfuckers because I have the facts to back it up, bro. I've watched these things get less good and more accessible. Something that would work with a broader demographic so that people could come in and there's a very low skill floor so that they can just step right in. Halo did it best, bro. We're never going to achieve Halo 3 balance again, where it's easy for people to pick up, but, you know, difficult to master. Oh, boy. That's the end of it. You know, I just need to worry about making some money, getting some pizza, and kicking ass. You know what I mean? I love you guys. I'll see you all later. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll try to be back for the normal end of the day stream. Norming. It's happening to me. The norming. The normying. Bro, Dia, that's the new movie.
That's the new movie.
Imagine like a mist touches you and you're just like, oh, jeez. What do you think's going on Facebook right now? Let me check my feed. You know what I mean? You get like a pop collar. That's what you're like.
That's what I'm like.
That's what you're like, Dia. That's what the normie and gas would make you like. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, stay strong. Even in the midst of people who may not want you. I hope that I have equipped you and taught you how to let go. Or should I end every list like that? That'd be so lame. See you later.